Hello everyone. So I got good news and bad news. The good news is I managed to get to the river. Hey, there's water everywhere here. You may or may not see it flowing. It looks a little dirty where I'm at. So that's the good news. The bad news is over there where you guys can't see, there is a pathway, and because they removed a bunch of rocks and logs and stuff, it turns out the pathway was soaked on the way here, so my feet are wet. So I'm going to try to keep this short because I like to get back to my van. But anyhow, this recording is about Instagram. So, and I'm getting attacked spiritually, I suppose. So Instagram, somebody ended up hacking it and then deleting it completely, and it's not retrievable. And I had over 3,700 followers, and I created a new account, and it breaks my heart. I did send invites to people about the new account, and they're telling me it's not about the amount of followers, and I'm trying to explain to them that Jesus has a lot of followers, and the reason behind it is the more people follow me, the more people will see my posts, and the more people I can help. It's all about helping as many people as I can. The kingdom of heaven, Jesus says in Matthew 13, is like a mustard seed. Like, it expands. So the mark of a true and faithful servant is about multiplication, expansion. He goes on to explain the kingdom of heaven is like yeast, 60 pounds of yeast that a woman kneaded in the dough. So again, it's about expansion, multiplication, growing. And Jesus does talk about this. He talks about that the king gave, how does he say it again? Hang on. Ah, yes, it's denarius. I was trying to remember. I'm like, what's the word for that coin again? So he gave one servant 5 denarii, another servant 2, another servant 1. The one with 5 doubled it, the one with 2 doubled it, and the one with 1 buried it. And the king says, "You wicked and faithful servant," to the one who buried it. And he gives his coin to the one who multiplied things the most, right? So I believe the kingdom of heaven is all about expansion. There is a bridge over there, which you guys may or may not see. I'm trying to point to it. It's right there, so it'll focus back. It's a walking bridge, but sadly that's about as clear as I can get it from here. But the reflection is really nice in the water, though. Anyhow, so there's that, and I'm getting attacked. So I'm getting random hate mail, random messages from, teachers, pastors, stuff like that in Calgary. And the reason why is there's 2 reasons. One, I teach biblical truth about you should not charge to pray for people, to teach about God, or to baptize people, all this stuff. Freely you receive, freely given. I have an audio teaching on this. Do not charge to teach about God. And I go into deeper explanation of the Greek and Hebrew and what the verses mean that they try to use to justify charging for stuff like this. That, and a lot of pastors also, all they do is they talk about what they do for other people. Everything they've done so far, all that. So we're not supposed to be doing that. It's the first 3 verses of Matthew 6 explains that, about do not practice your merciful deeds in front of others to be seen by them. If you do, you will receive no reward from your Father in heaven. And when you give your merciful deeds, do not announce it with trumpets, so with a loud noise, so it would get people's attention. And when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, which means the body of Christ. So it's very important we don't do that when we do merciful deeds for others. It doesn't really matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's giving a $5 bill to a homeless guy, if it's helping a Christian out. You know, I mean, if you're saying certain things just to explain something, because I am writing a book and I'm explaining certain God encounters I had, or else the book wouldn't make sense. That's different, but to constantly talk about what you do and everything that you do all the time is, well, it's not good, right? And I believe if Jesus says do not, it's not a suggestion or a request, it's a commandment. It's pretty much like me going through a do not enter sign, and a cop sees me and I tell him, but officer, the motive of the heart was right. The officer's just going to look at me and be like, you're getting a ticket, man. You're in direct violation. And Jesus warned sternly in Matthew 5, if you put aside even the least of what I'm about to say to you, you'll be called least. And then he says that, do not do these things. But people keep saying it's about the motive of the heart, and I keep telling people the heart is wicked and deceitful above all things. Who can know it? Right? So anyhow, you guys, I'm going to try to create a new Instagram account again. I'm going to put a password on that's so confusing that I'm going to have to save it somewhere. That way it doesn't get hacked again, and I guess I'm going to have to start from the ground up. But since I post daily, I believe it'll be okay. It'll probably increase pretty quickly. Trusting God on this one, and I will follow probably only about 100 people. Gradually, maybe 20 a day, so 5 days. I'll spread it to 5 days. I'm gonna walk a bit, you guys. See if I can get some of this reflection for you guys from here. Don't want to walk too much. My feet are completely soaked. Yeah. But anyhow, I figured I'd say that because I know a lot of you on YouTube follow me on Instagram. Or used to, until it got deleted. So, please feel free to pray for me, as ironically enough, a prophet's not welcomed in his own hometown, and I'm in my own hometown, and pretty much every church, every pastor is not saying kind things about me because I speak the truth. And well, I know sometimes when you speak the truth, people start to manifest. And I think that they believe that I am trying to cause division, but I'm just trying to separate the truth from the lie. That's all I'm trying to do. So the reason I call it truth spoken in love is because of Ephesians. We speak the truth in love to bring everyone perfect to Christ by warning and teaching them, right? That's my heart. I just don't want people to be deceived. I don't want people to pay for teachings and all this stuff. That's not right to me. I believe that's very wrong. I don't charge to teach about anything. It's free. I'm not comparing myself to anyone either. I'm just simply doing what God says to do and what not to do. As to the best of my capability, anyhow. So I'll leave it at that, you guys. I'm going to make my way back to the van. I'm going to take my shoes and my socks off. It's funny. And I'll leave it at that. And I really honestly don't know when I'm going to be posting again, uploading. I have no idea. But I will do it whenever I can. There's a plane up there. So yeah, I'll leave it at that, you guys, and I will talk to you again soon.